Hello, everybody! Welcome to The Den, the show where I ramble on and on about things that are on my mind. My name is Accursed Tigress. So, today's episode is going to be possibly shorter than the last episode, because right now I only have one thing on my mind. What is that thing? Well, it's a certain small, fire-breathing purple dragon. Yes, I'm talking about Spyro. There is an announcement regarding the rumored Treasure Trilogy that's going to be happening tomorrow. So, as of the day I'm posting this video, as of right now, the announcement's going to happen tomorrow on the 28th. And I couldn't be more excited. I could be more excited. Granted, I've never played the original Spyro Trilogy. I've only played 2 Spyro games. I've only played Enter the Dragonfly for the Nintendo GameCube, and I've played Spyro Orange for the Game Boy Advance, along with Crash Purple. But we're not gonna talk about Crash today. We're gonna be talking about Spyro. So, the Treasure Trilogy is the rumored HD remakes for the original Spyro Trilogy. So we're going back to the roots. We're going back to Spyro's roots. We're going back to the basics. So that's nice. Because, let's be honest, nobody liked Spyro and Skylanders. Unless they were, like, really little kids that didn't know what Spyro was really about and what he really looked like. Then, yeah. Anyway, I personally don't care for the Skylanders games. And I really don't like what they did with Spyro because, my god, he looks like a mutant pug. But anyway, back to the topic. As I've said, I'm excited. Even though I haven't played the original trilogy, I am excited. Back when I owned a PS1, or back when I bought a used PS1 in 2014, I had originally planned to only have Final Fantasy VII because that was what I was into. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna get this game and I'm gonna play it over and over and over again. And shortly after that excitement began to wane, I was like, you know what? I need to get more games for it. So what I did was I made a list, and on the list, specifically, were the Crash Trilogy and the Spyro Trilogy. So, I'm honestly absolutely excited for this. I can't wait. I can't wait. This announcement is going to be fantastic, if it's real. But then again, I mean, the whole thing with Target, unintentionally leaking the fact that this game exists. Like, I just want it. I am ready. Just give it to me, please. Like, I've wanted to experience the Spyro trilogy ever since I got that PS1. Shit, that was 4 years ago? Oh my god. Oh, that was 4 years ago. Save me. But yeah. I'm ready. That's all I gotta say is I'm ready. Give me that sweet, sweet announcement. Also, another thing that's on my mind is the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, we haven't heard anything about this game since, I want to say, 2015. So, come this E3, or maybe it was PSX, or no, maybe it was Tokyo Game Show. I can't remember. But anyway, this year, if this game is not shown at all this year. This will make year 3. This will make the 3rd year that we haven't heard anything from it or heard anything about it. And given the falling out with CyberConnect 2, that's not good. That's not good at all. For all we know, this game could wind up being vaporware. And I don't want it to reach that status. I don't want it to reach that status at all. Because if it does get to that status, like, it's going to be upsetting for a lot of people if it just suddenly becomes vaporware. Square, I implore you. I seriously implore you. Please show us something from the FF7 remake this year. It doesn't have to be at E3. It could be at TGS. It could be at PSX. It could be like a low-key off the radar thing. I don't care. Just show us something. Something. Please. I'm desperate to see more. I'm like all the other FF7 fans. I want to see what's going on with this game. And I want Square Enix to be transparent and as honest as possible. But giving the current state of FF15, like, giving the current state of it all, where, like, they're milking it for all it's worth, God, a lot of people tend to forget that the FF7 universe was milked for all it was worth back in the day. Like, back in 2005, we got the Advent Children movie, and then we got Dirge of Cerberus and Crisis Core, not necessarily in that order. A lot of people tend to forget that. Especially Dirge of Cerberus, because let's be honest, that game was crap. But, anyway. Yeah, a lot of people tend to forget that FF7 grew to have the same problems as FF15. Although Final Fantasy XV's case is a lot more severe. It's a lot more severe. Because in the US, we didn't have a mobile games market. But back in, like, the, like, maybe 2005-ish period, Japan did. So they had 2 Final Fantasy VII mobile games. They had Before Crisis and Dirge of Cerberus: The Lost Chapters. And back then, like I've probably said like 5 or 6 times now, 7 was Japan's 15. It was milked for all it was worth. People were constantly spammed and overloaded with 7 content. And again, 15's case seems all the more severe. It seems all the more severe because we have the Pocket Edition. We have that travesty that is A New Empire. We have A King's Tale. We have King's Knight. We had Justice Monsters 5 for mobile devices, but they shut down the servers because the game wasn't doing so well. So we have that. We have those. And then we have the original game, and now we have Royal Edition. Which to me, I mean, don't get me wrong, I loves me some new game content. I love that. But at the same time, given the format that they're releasing these chunks of content in, given the format, like, what was the point in making the DLC if you were just going to slap it into another disc? Like, what was the point of, like, selling it? Granted, I could get the Royal Pack for my game, which is on the PlayStation Store, but I'm not about to shell out, like, 10 extra bucks for that. I'm not. Let's be honest. I ain't got that kind of money. I'm poor. I'm on benefits. I don't need to be spending money on this shit. And that's why we have YouTube anyway. That's why people put stuff like that on YouTube, because some of us can't afford it. Some of us can't get it. Some of us don't want to get it. But anyway. I... Ooh. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. All the way back to 7. We've gone on too many tangents. Let's get back to 7. I just want this game to be visible, or to be seen at E3 or TGS, or again, maybe like an under the radar type thing, maybe like an article or something. God. I freaking like, okay. I didn't wait 20 years for a remake like most Final Fantasy VII fans did. I only had to wait maybe a year and a half to 2 years at most to wait for that announcement. So I did technically waste like over 200 bucks on that PS1. God damn it, Amazon. I like, again, I fear for this game. I really do. I fear for the Final Fantasy VII Remake, because it could wind up like how The Last Guardian used to be. Vaporware. It could wind up being like Ura Zelda, where people mention it in passing, and yet there's no way to really find it. It could wind up, I hate to mention this for the third or fourth or millionth friggin' time on this channel, but Dinosaur Planet. It could wind up like Dinosaur Planet, where we have bits and pieces of assets and footage to go off of. And I don't want that for the 7 Remake. I don't want that for any game, to be honest. I don't I don't want that for 15, or not 15. I don't want that for 7 at all. That's like the worst possible fate for a game, is to just go into obscurity and only have bits and pieces to go off of to assess what the game would have been like. That stuff's painful. It really is. But anyway, here's hoping it doesn't come to that. So, I guess that's all I'm gonna say for now. This video's been going on for around 15 minutes, so I'm gonna end it right here. But before I go, here's your question of the day. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow. Do you think it's going to be a Spyro the Dragon remake announcement? Do you think it's going to be something relating to something else, like Sly Cooper or Ratchet and Clank, or maybe Final Fantasy? Then again, it is Activision, so it's not going to be Final Fantasy, what I'm saying. Anyway, please feel free to answer any of those questions down below. This has been a Cursed Tigress, and I'm out. See ya.